Hi, welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Taurus for the month or the season of, sorry, I'm having a bit of trouble with this tripod. Stay there. Yeah, for the season of Capricorn, so starting 19th of December and finishing around the 19th of January. So welcome Taurus. Look, I tried this before and I've already shuffled, and as you can see I've laid it all out. You have to trust me with that. The energy around your reading for Capricorn season is the Three of Cups. So celebrating, having fun, going out, all that sort of Christmas, New Year / New Year time energies. A lot of connections with people who mean a lot to you emotionally. In addition, it's also can be three people in a relationship, so there could be some sort of relationship that's been brewing for a while. However, it mightn't be possible because there's three doesn't really work, does it? We know that. There's always going to be somebody that doesn't fare too well. So that's the energy of the reading. So let's get on with it with any further ado. This is where you are right now. So you've got the Lovers card, which indeed is exactly what it says. It talks about making an important decision, but especially about love, relationship. And it's about balance, and the decision is a weighty decision. It's not just one that you can flick off and say, yeah, all right, I decided I'm going to go for this no matter what the consequence. So it's got consequences with any big decision that we're going to make. So one has to sort of really sit with it for a bit, Taurus, and you're very much the sensible people of the zodiac. You will sit with it. But maybe this one's really sort of ruffled your feathers a bit. Let's see what's influenced that to come in. And we have another major card, which is the Moon. So the Moon's at work. So whenever the Moon's at work, this is the influencing position. This can mean that, you know, you're not going to get any clarity for a bit. We've just come through the full moon in Gemini. Last night it came up here in Australia. So we'll have to wait for the full moon in Cancer, which is in January. So just sit back, cool your jets, and wait to see what comes out of this. Using intuition, Taurus, try not to get in your head, because you already might be a bit confused about why this happened, why it's there. But it's there for a reason. It's a test. It's some sort of, it's a test of strength and all those sort of really big lessons we get sometimes. So the only advice I can give you by way of the cards is just, you know, use your intuition. How do you feel about it? Don't try and make logic of it, because there's no logic sometimes with emotions. The background of the situation is the Eight of Wands, and this happened very quickly. It's been riding high. Wands is very much fire sign, so there were no obstacles. There have been no obstacles. It also talks about you know, a very sort of relationship that just sort of came along out of the blue. It came out of nowhere, like it was just. But to me, this Eight of Wands is the first week of Sagittarius, so probably about 3 weeks ago. This may have happened for you. It'll be different for every one of you, but yeah, definitely a really nice connection, a positive connection. No obstacles to the point. But then we get to here and it's like, yeah, okay, well, what are you going to do? Recent influences, yeah, standing on the outside looking in, Taurus, and feeling a bit sort of barefoot about it. In other words, just feeling like, oh my God, I'm outside and I'm cold, but I can't go into that warm restaurant because there's people in there that won't be very happy to see me. It's that kind of vibe. It's just basically standing on the outside looking in and feeling left out in the cold. But then that could be you with your Taurus head on, just being, hey, this wasn't really the most sensible thing I've ever done, and now I feel bad. But just go with this though, Taurus, because it's you know, it's transitory. It's not going to be there forever. It's change. The lesson you'll be learning in the season of Capricorn is the World. So the successful end of a cycle. So whatever this means to you. But it's a major card once again, and it's sort of a nice card for this time of year to say, well, you've completed the cycle of 2019 quite well up until now. There's lots of positives about it as well, but it's coming to an end. So it's time to put it in its box, tie it with a nice ribbon and put it somewhere out of reach for a little bit. It also talks about, it's an international card, obviously, the World, so it talks about all that sort of massive travel, about, you know, really about worldly business. But for your year that's just gone, I would say, that's what it really talks about. And the end of a cycle is the overriding meaning. Near future, Taurus, the Chariot, so success and victory. But you'll only get this success and victory and moving. It's another mobile card. Chariot talks about moving forward. And this is the card for Cancer. So I'm getting this forward movement energy will come in around the full moon in Cancer, which is in, I don't know exactly in January when it is, but it's in the first 2 weeks. So emotional discipline too. So thereby you have to listen to your intuition and just wait. Don't jump in, don't make any decisions until then, Taurus, because otherwise it'll just be premature, or it's just not going to work. It's about emotional discipline. So, and perhaps if you are going away over the Christmas period, New Year period, that might be a good way to get your head out of that, energy, and just sort of focus on what you're doing, what you're enjoying yourself. But yeah, Chariot's quite powerful. Success is guaranteed after this, but that emotional discipline has to be done first. Let's see what links the Chariot to what's happening that you're not realizing. So these two are really strong links, 6 and 7 position. The Queen of Coins. So especially, so this is what you're not realizing. So if it is in fact, Taurus, somebody in a relationship, there's somebody else in there, so therefore there's 3. This might be the person at home. Obviously it's female energy. Now she is the Queen of Hearth and Home. So often she just gets on with looking after the children, doing her jobs at home. She does look the other way a lot of times because she's in there for the long haul. But don't discount her either. She's there. And if this could well be you as well, female energy wise. She's the Queen of Coins, so she's the Earth Queen. Taurus, Capricorn and Virgo. They're very stoic and very, very much sitting on her throne with all her, everything sort of sorted with her. Think about that one. How others see you, Taurus. Yeah, on your path, learning lots of things, moving forward. What is your path? Big card, the card of hope and faith. What have you learnt? Moving forward, always with the star. The star sort of gives us that, reminds us that we are on journeys all the time, all different kinds of journeys. It's what we learn whilst we're on them, whether it be for negative or positive. But as long as we learn and move forward. So it's very much the moving forward card. And this is how others see you anyway, which is very apt for Taurus. They're very stable and sensible. Bigger picture. What you're feeling positive about. Another major arcana, so you've got quite a few. The Fool, new beginnings, new year, starting again, clean slate. So it's sitting right next to finishing the year successfully, that cycle done. What's next? Jumping off a cliff really, or it's just like, or maybe these days you could say jumping out of a plane. skydiving sort of thing. Risk is involved, but yeah, you have a whole new journey ahead of you. As long as you're comfortable with where that's going and it's going somewhere that you feel is beneficial for you. The outcome. 8 of Coins. So doing really well as you normally do. Working hard. Eye on the prize. Work going extremely well. But also maturity here too, Taurus. A lot to offer. A lot more coming for you as well. Focusing on what's important in your life. Very much another Earth card as well. So maybe that's what you need to be focusing on. Whilst you're enjoying things, but also this Christmas, New Year period, but also remaining sort of committed to what you've got already, your job, work, things like that. We all get lessons thrown at us in all different sort of shapes and forms. Okay, I'll just... Look, you've got a lot of major arcana. So really, I don't think... I'll just put a card on this 5 of Coins, which is standing on the outside looking in. Feeling a bit left out in the cold. I'll just clarify that one only because the others are all major. So, you know, there's no point. You can listen to it and, yeah, just go with what is. So under the surface of recent influences, standing on the outside looking in, we have the 10 of Pentacles. So that's that family heritage. That's that family passing down legacies. And that's so Taurus anyway, isn't it? It's what Taurus do. They're there for the long run. Yeah, but they still can be sort of meet people along the way that really sort of emotionally connect with them as well. But then, you know, while you're standing there feeling left out, you know what your job is and how your focus should go. It's towards the bigger picture, really, isn't it? Financially stable, providing, very earthed. Okay, your final card. I hope you've liked this, Taurus. I know it's pretty major, but I'm knowing you people, I know that you'll get it. You'll learn the lesson. Let's see your clarifying card. Renunciation. Give up all the ideas about yourself and simply be. There is a great difference between struggling in life and loving life. The practice of renunciation or voluntarily letting go will help you end this struggle and make loving life possible. So there you go. Just waiting for the next full moon, enjoying the time. Counting your blessings, keeping on your path. Thanks so much for listening, Taurus. Till 2020. Goodbye.